who Abang know about me, right? So Action International is very strong in sales and marketing. And I myself have direct sales experience when I was doing for Keppel Electric, you know, the open electricity market. And then I managed to be one of the top few people, top few percentage of people over there. Huh? So I have also written 2 books. Understand that the books that I wrote, you cannot find anywhere else in the world. It's the first and only book called WeChat Marketing in English. Until today, you cannot find another book, although this book was printed in February 2020, before the pandemic. So the other one is called Yijing Explained, and now I'm into my second print. The first print was out on 24th of June, and this is the second print. So again, this book is one of the first and only in the world. Nobody has come up with a book to explain Yijing. I have a special deal for our audience here today. You can actually get 5 books, and you can attend my Yijing Leadership Zoom course on next Saturday morning for free. So you can divide the 5 books among yourself. I have more than 5 books in my bag. Or you can buy 5 books and sell the other 4 books at $20 each, and you make $80. So in other words, you just pay $100, you got to attend the course for free, and you can make $80 cash. Is this a good deal? Yeah. Give a round of applause to such a good deal, right? And listen to the end, I have more good deals. Because to me, sales is only one thing only, to give customers a good deal. Of course, you need to have a certain scripts and method, but at the end of the day, people just want a good deal, right? So I'll talk about Yijing here, and then this is not very sensitive. Some people wondering, right? This Yijing thing, what is this about? So, sorry, it seems to be a bit weak, is it? Sorry,
No, it's all good.
Yeah. Is it working? I seem to be turning, Okay, so it talks about, it's okay, let me play the video, So it talks about this thing called Chinese culture. Donald Trump, when he went to China in 2018, after visiting Xi Jinping, he realized that Chinese culture is the longest in the world. That's why he started the trade war. And he knows that to weaken the countries, might weaken their culture. And how do you spread culture today? You don't spread culture through books, you spread through mobile devices, right? That's why the first thing he did was to attack Huawei, the strongest mobile phone company at the time, right? So talk about Yijing, many people say, oh, it's very hard to understand, and it's very difficult. That's why my book is to make things simple, easy to explain, right? You do not need to know a single word of Chinese. My book is meant for people who do not know Chinese. But until today, I have sold 130 books, and 5 people ask me this question, Andy, is your book in English or Chinese? It's very strange. All my description is in English, and ask me, is your book in English or Chinese? I say, it is in English. Then I say, thankfully, I do not know Chinese. Because you don't know Chinese, that's why I wrote the book in English. So since the people, even WeChat, they will think, Andy, your class in WeChat is Chinese or not? Since the people think of anything from China must be Chinese. Anyway, Yijing is easy, also not easy. So we talk about sales. Actually, when people are not closing sales because they're not having sales because they're not closing sales. They're closing files, right? They're closing file. What is closing file? Need to move on. So why is sales closing? Many people say sales closing means take the order, take the money, right? To me, that's not sales closing. That's called take the money. And some people say, go to the next step. Is it a destination or is it a process? And actually, to me, the sales closing is a moment of truth. Before you close a sale, the guy will promise a sky. After you close the sale, he will say, please contact the service department. Please contact so and so. And then he'll say, it's covered under the terms of contract, right? So to me, sales closing is everything, from beginning until the end. There is no starting, there's no ending. In fact, it is just about 4 steps. You find the people you come, that's called suspecting. Then you prospect to them. Then you present, then you follow up. Tom Hopkins said, trust, need, help, hurry. You need to build the trust. You need to find out their needs, you need to help them, and need to hurry them to close every sale, right? To close every sale, to hurry people. So to me, you need to know what you want, you need to know what customers want, and match these 2 wants. No doubt you want to close a sale, but more important is, can you give them what they want? So to me, sales closing is everything. Every step is closing. As long as you're moving the sales process forward, you are closing. So in that sense, can you close every sale? Of course you can. So my title is to close every sale. And some people challenge me, Andy, why you talk this way? Sales closing is defined as moving the sales process forward. As long as you're moving forward, you're closing the sale. And then this guy saying, of course people moving forward. Sorry, no, huh? Sometimes people don't move forward, they move backward, correct? Like the Singapore Parliament, did they move forward recently or move backward? Ladies and gentlemen, moving forward is not natural. A lot of times people stay put, right? Inertia, never do anything, right? So moving the sales process forward. For example, today he did not buy, but at least he replied, thank you. Have you moved forward? I will say yes, right? At least he replied to you, right? Or today he said that it's too expensive. At least he knows the price, right? If he says it's too expensive, at least you know there's a pricing issue, right? It's actually moving a big step forward, don't you agree? Many people will say, if I don't move forward, I don't close the sale, basically you're closing sales for your competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, either you're closing sales for yourself, you're closing sales for your competitors. Because people get a few quotes, right? Imagine, you do everything and you don't ask for the sale, you don't close the sale. The next guy just come in and just get the sale, right? So, need to close every sale, huh? Closing the sale is the opening of relationship, and the key lies in asking for the sale. Please repeat after me. Asking for the sale.
Asking for the sale.
You need to ask for the sale. If you don't ask for the sale, you're not closing. If you're not closing sales for yourself, you're closing sales for your competitors. Why should you be working for your competitors, right? It's the end of the beginning, huh? Not the beginning of the end. Huh? Okay, so these are the 12 challenges. Just now Duncan mentioned some, but here I listed the 12 most common challenges. First is that people want cheap and good and easy to buy, correct? And withdraw some more, huh? People want to buy a little withdraw, huh? It is very common, huh? I offer money back guarantee for my book $20 and one guy returned, huh? And he said, meet me at the MRT station. I said, no problem, huh? Then the next thing, how to hire, inspire, develop sales team, right? People make use of us to get better deals, directly or online. That's very common. Today, if nobody makes use of you, that means you are actually useless. If more people make use of you, that means you're very useful, right? Expensive, huh? To continue to find good leads at a low cost, that's true. Competition from aggressive players. I will not go to details. What I'm saying is that all these sales challenges, they can be solved if you understand and know what is eating. Many people will say, this 7,000-year-old thing, how can it help in modern day life? You do not know. We are living every day using eating without realizing. Count the number of buttons on your shirt. Is it 5 or is it 7? Is it 7? Count the number of buttons on your shirt. Is it 7 buttons? 3, right? Correct. A polo shirt be 3. So it's always odd number, correct? Anybody got even number buttons on your shirt? It is called the corpse shirt, a dead person shirt. In China it's called Shou Yi. It's the same in the entire world. You go to any tailor shop, everywhere. You go to Africa, it's always odd number buttons. My brown jacket there has 1 button. So it's either 1 or 3. I asked the one who sold me the shop, how come 1 button only? Oh, they say nowadays fashion 1 button. I said, they should have done 2 buttons easier. Then the guy say, cannot 2 buttons. Why? Cannot means cannot. I don't understand why. It's found in eating. Odd number means living people. Odd number is yang. Even number is yin. So we are living people, we are called yang. Yang, of course, must be odd number, not even number. The next thing you talk about what? Bluetooth signals. It says using 1 and 0. You know about that, right? 1 is yang, 0 is yin. The entire world is using yin and yang every day. As simple as this microphone I'm holding on. It's actually, there's a chip here in this microphone that connects to the sound system speaker here. And they're just using binary codes 1 and 0. 1 is yang, 0 is yin. Ladies and gentlemen, yin yang every day already. You say you don't know, you're using it. Just like I don't know why it's electricity, I know how to use it, right? Do I need to know how to drive the MRT train to use the MRT? Don't need, right? So the key thing is that if you are already using eating, the question is how can you use it more to help you in your sales? You want to know about that? It is a wisdom system to get maximum with minimum. Maximum with minimum. This explains everything, like what productivity or whatever is all inside here, right? So there are three main creators. You need not to know, but you need to know it's not one author. Over many thousand years, 7,000 years ago, until Confucius, who wrote all the texts. If you get very confused with Confucius, understand that that is the purpose. You know why you get confused after reading Confucius or not? Because he taught the whole thing and he said, talk the whole thing, and then he tell you, just be a good person, right? I got bullied by people, how? Be a good person, right? So, just remember, yin and yang, there is no English word. This is just a Hanyu pinyin, please understand that, yang and yin, Sales issues are all due to yang and yin imbalance. In fact, right now, if you find that I'm not having money, I got no money, it's yin-yang imbalance. You know, all the gurus like Abu Abang, success resources always say, to be rich, you must have passive income. Ladies and gentlemen, got passive income, you will still be poor. You need to turn your expenses from passive to active. Why are we poor? I do nothing. For nothing, the government increased the GST 1%, right? I do nothing, the town council increased, right? These are all passive expenses. As much you try to increase your passive income, but sorry, no use. The passive expenses keep on rising because of inflation, right? Active expense is good. I purposely spend, that's different story, right? So you need to balance the yin and yang. If you are having no money, basically you are having too much of the passive expenses. You don't have enough active expenses. So what is yin, what is yang? Yang is one line, yin is two broken lines. So simple, right? And important concept I want you to remember for your life. Yang is moving and yin is stationary, not moving. Because this is the fundamental concepts that explains why man is yang and woman is yin. Just now remember, yang is odd number, yin is even number. Why? This is all observation of nature. The earth, left is yang, right is yin. Why? Because the earth rotates from left to right. So it start with one yang. So yang and yin, they are actually something like opposite. Negative versus positive. Soft versus hard. The first word is the yin, okay? Why I say yin and not yin yang and not yang yin? It's the same as ladies and gentlemen, right? I don't say gentlemen and ladies, right? Same concept. How come the Western world and the Chinese world got the same? The whole world is one human race. What are you talking about? Don't you know we are all one race? If regardless of your color, whatever, in the end you are just one from the fish, right? You are just from the fish, right? So female is yin, male is yang. You all know why not? This can be proven, So everything you're eating is not blind faith superstition of religion. You can verify it with yourself. Just remember, yang is odd number, yin is even number. You have a dog or cat. How do you know this dog is male or female? Don't look at the face, In Thailand, the men are more beautiful than the woman, right? Never look at the face, never look at the skin smooth or not, You look at the sexual organs, okay? You open the legs of the dog and you realize the male dog is only and the female dog is right? Explain, I got some people say, Andy, I don't have dog. I say, then look at yourself lah. How? Close the door, take off all your clothes and see whether you are or lah. Okay, it's always changing, this is the most difficult part. Most people, they say, I know eating, I know yin yang. But this is the difficult part. Yang inside the yin, yin inside the yang. Because you look at this line, right? I break into two, become two broken lines, right? But I can join back these two lines and become one line, right? Correct? And these two broken lines can be further broken down, right? So can you say this broken line is a yang by itself? Because it can be further broken down, right? So yin inside the yang inside the yin, right? You look at the sun is yang. But if you look at the sun clearly, you realize that there's a black spot there. So there's a yin inside the yang inside the yin, and they're changing all the time. And once you change so fast, you turn, you don't even know what is happening, right? So I've listed 49 attributes of yin yang. Actually, if you find taking pictures so difficult, get the book lah, $20 only lah. Explains everything here. Money back guarantee, huh? So far, one person returned me back. Huh? It's okay, fine, no problem. Okay, so let's focus on sales. I can use I Ching to talk about. I'm going to write an article for Money FM and then talk about financial management, right? Then my friend invited me. He said, Andy, we are organizing a talk, Institute of Adult Learning, to talk about going to Vietnam to explore opportunities. Can you do a half-hour talk on how to use I Ching to go Vietnam? I said, can. I have no idea, but then 16th of August is very far away. Don't need to bother, right? You know, all trainer speakers, the idea only come out on the 15th, right? If the talk is on the 16th, the idea will come out on the 15th, correct? You know very well, right? So never ask the speaker for advanced slides. You keep on changing one, huh? And you just tell them, you don't give me, then sorry, no slides for you. Enough already. No need to ask when you must submit. No need, huh? Because they keep on changing one, huh? So which is more powerful, yang or yin? Look at men and women. Who is more powerful, the wife or the husband? Who make the final call? The wife, of course lah. Empress Dowager more powerful than the emperor, right? Empress Dowager is the emperor's mother.